These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with those top stories right now from ABC15 Arizona. And we do start with an update from the ABC15 investigators as APS looks to raise rates again. The utility company releasing new information on public hearings for their proposed 14% residential rate hike. That first public meeting for comment is scheduled for January 20th. 2 more meetings will follow on February 18th and then May 18th. The proposed rate hike is already drawing controversy, with Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays saying it's unacceptable for a monopoly utility to take more money from Arizona families. APS says the increase is needed because current rates don't cover what it costs to operate Arizona's energy grid. The Corporation Commission will ultimately decide how much of a rate increase to give APS. A major update for the Far East Valley. The Pinal County Board of Supervisors has formally approved the incorporation of Santan Valley, which is Arizona's newest town. The board also chose 7 community members who will form the new town council. They will officially be sworn in at a ceremony today. The newly appointed council will hold the seats until open elections are held in the 2026 primary election that will happen next August. Turning now to a consumer alert. You may have heard the expression, cash is king. Well, these days, you may be paying royal fees to get it. Scripps News Group's Holly Furfer explains.
It used to be taking cash out from an ATM was not that big of a deal. But now almost every withdrawal comes with a reminder. Money doesn't grow on trees, as Stephen Cates with Bankrate tells us.
Now for the 3rd year in a row, we're at an all-time high. ATM fees are getting very close to nearly $5.
ATMs have been around since the late 1960s, but it was in the early 1990s when they became mainstream, and withdrawal fees have been steadily growing ever since. In fact, in 1998, the average cost to withdraw cash was less than $2 a transaction. By 2008, the fees were $3.43, and today they are $4.86 on average.
It can bite when you're trying to get $50, $100 out and you're giving away, 10 or 5 to 10% of that.
Bankrate surveyed 25 metropolitan areas and found that Atlanta has the highest fee per transaction at $5.37, followed by Phoenix, San Diego, Detroit, and Cleveland. The cities with the lowest ATM fees on their list: Philadelphia, Seattle, and Boston.
The ATM infrastructure exists, and if you have fewer people using it, you potentially need higher fees spread over those fewer transactions to support it.
Banks usually do not charge their customers to use their own ATMs, but when you go out of network or use non-bank affiliated machines like in gas stations, banks tack on those fees.
Credit unions, online banks, even some brokers like Charles Schwab or Fidelity, those are readily reimbursing ATM fees and are actually one of the best options to go and look for a way to not have to pay ATM fees.
However, there was a bit of good news. Bankrate also looked at fees related to overdraft charges and found those went down a slight bit. And fees for insufficient funds in your checking account are at their lowest point ever.
That was Holly Furfer reporting for us. Now, we're just one day away from the beginning of the Arizona State Fair, and the Things to Do team is tracking the best new bites for you. This includes ice cream nachos, cotton candy bacon, fried lobster tails, and a birria baked potato. The best part, you don't have to break the bank trying it all. This October, the fair is offering Food Flight Fridays with $5 portions available from most vendors. We have everything you need to know about food, the rides, concerts, and more. And ABC15's State Fair preview, you can find it online right now at abc15.com/things to do.
With your most accurate forecast on this Friday Eve, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. Cannot rule out a few sprinkles for some of you this morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-80s and muggy conditions. 92 under mostly cloudy skies by lunchtime, and the chance of scattered storms does ramp up in the afternoon and evening, with highs staying below 100 degrees. Notice Futurecast showing the best chance for storms today, favoring areas in western parts of the state. We do have a flood watch for parts of Yuma and La Paz counties through Friday morning. And then the rest of the evening into Thursday and Friday, showing you the potential for strong storms here and there. Highs statewide staying below average, mid-70s in Flagstaff, upper 80s as you head toward places like Sedona, along with Winslow too, and 90s as you head toward western parts of the state. Your 7-day forecast showing highs staying in the upper 90s in the valley with storm chances at 40% through tomorrow. Then drying out and heating up for the weekend, back to 100 Saturday, even hotter early next week. In the high country, we'll keep those highs in the 70s with the best chance for storms tomorrow at 60%.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head on over to abc15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.